Hello guys, I'm back again. I was just sitting watching Jeremy Kyle and I thought I just can't resist any further. I have got to do a Rebekah Brooks look. Now I've been following her career for years, and I was going to do her look last year when she first sort of really burst onto the scene, the ravishing auburn Medusa, but I restrained myself because I thought I can't really achieve her wonderful look. You'll see I've had to cut a few corners to get the sort of the real gorgeous look, but I think what I've done is translate it into a more everyday look that real women can use, as opposed to sort of mythical super women like Rebekah. Okay, so without further ado I'm going to start. Well, first, obviously, it gets very hot in court, where I believe she is there at the Leveson inquiry. So I'm just going to use some white Stargazer foundation, and we're going to give ourselves that really wholesome English rose look. You know, nothing says truth and honesty like a nice pale face. We're just going to rub that in everywhere. Now, don't be afraid if it gives a slight corpse-like look, but the living dead are amongst us, especially in Chipping Norton. There we go. Which I thought was a fictional village, you know, as in, I think they feature quite heavily in Agatha Christie's novels, the Chipping villages. So anyway, there we go. So we started with a very nice, ravishing, pale look. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a red eyeliner, because she's been losing a lot of sleep recently with all the worry that's been caused by these stressful questions. And like her, I know it's very difficult to... I can't remember what happened last week. Shit the bed, sorry. I can't even remember what happened last week, let alone like 5 years ago or whatever. I mean, it's ridiculous. Especially when you're in charge of such a... Yeah, there's an awful lot going on with the newspaper. It's not just one page of gossip, is it? Okay, now do we just bring that out of the side, just to give a sort of slightly more feline look to our tiredness? That makes sense. Now that's good. Now do not worry about the evilness that starts to look like this. You might get a few goth undertones, but when we put it all together, you'll see how it's going to work. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is use lipstick. Now I'm using Chit Chat, which is Rebekah's favourite, because she loves it, Chit Chat. And we're just going to go for a very small pursed lip. So I'd like to go up into a sort of triangular shape, just to enhance the lip. And down a bit too, just in the middle. Like that. Just, you know, a small little sucking on a lemon lip. We're just going to whiten the rest out. And I mean, while I'm doing this, I might as well be gossiping. Didn't she look ravishing today? In the Peter Pan collar, I thought it was a very nice choice of outfit. I mean, it brought to mind Rosemary's Baby, another double reference. I mean, but I mean, the lovely Peter Pan collar, and that, I mean, well, God rest his soul, Vidal Sassoon, who did Rosemary's hair. But I'm going off track now. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is do the eyebrows. Now, as you know, she has very ravishing auburn hair. So, with the curtains matching the drapes and all that, we're going to do red eyebrows. Now, I mean, when you're in court, you want to be taken seriously, so we're going to go for a more severe downward painted eyebrow. I'm using acrylic paint here because I don't want the hot lights of the press to melt me, like the Wicked Witch of the West. So we're going to start at the normal one and just draw up, like that. I think that looks good. Now the final thing is, I am quite, you know, Rebekah Brooks, quite a glamorous lady. I'm going to use my new Stargazer in purple, because purple is a great complementary colour with those with red hair. And we're going to go for just some nice purple cheeks here. Now I think this is really important, again, with the glare of the, you know, the limelight that we'll be getting. I think this will complement it wonderfully. But I think also, nothing says innocence like a glowing, shimmery, beautiful face. Again, this will cover facial hair, no problem. So There we go, sort of all over coverage. Now we're going to set this with some hairspray, and at the same time I'm going to spray back my hair, because this is sort of an equivalent to Botox. I mean, if you're going to spend a lot of the time poker facing yourself, it's best to set the face. Now, I don't have ravishing curly auburn hair. In fact, I have the opposite. I have very thin, dribbly hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this towel. Now, you might think this is going to be a bit abstract, but it's perfect for cord. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go like this. That's good. Give ourselves a bit of a thing. And the great thing is this towel gives a very sort of Virgin Mary look, which I think is very important when you're trying to project an air of honesty to the crowd. So I'm sorry I couldn't resist any further, and I had to jump on yet another bandwagon. But here's my Rebekah Brooks makeup tutorial, with just a passing nod to Aleister Crowley and other nice people who've been tried in the British courts wrongly. So here it is, and I hope you will be trying this because it works great with every hair colour, obviously. And feel free to use wool or a towel. And thanks for watching. Bye.